I'm your host, Johnny, with the Retro Ground podcast here, straight out of the 10940. Today's guest is a creative force who fuses nostalgia, culture, and strategy into something unforgettable. By day, he's an educator shaping minds with a purpose and passion. By grind, he's a visionary behind Coastcollectables, curating culture through collectibles and building a brand that speaks authenticity. Whether he's mentoring the next generation or making calculated moves in the collectible world, he's living proof that heart and hustle can go hand in hand. Let's give it up for Troy, man, best known as Coast. Yo,
thank you,
dude.
Thank you. That's a hell of an intro, bro. I appreciate it. You did your homework, huh?
Dude, bro.
Yeah,
that's such a. I was like, man. First question, man. I just want to ask, welcome, dude, again to the podcast. Thank you for reaching out to me, man.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
I just want to know how did the name come about, dude? Coastcollectables.
So that name is a series of many names that I went through just on my journey to finally end up at TCG. So my name originally started off as Soapy Towelette. Some people were around for those days. One of my many thousand followers that I have now, shout out all 1,000 of y'all, and many more to come, would probably remember that name. I went underneath that name just because I was like, man, what kind of other towelettes are there? Because I couldn't find Moist Towelette because that one was taken. So I was like, man, what other towelettes? Found Soapy one. And I was like, Soapy Towelette, that sounds good. So I took that one. Then it changed to, oh man, what did it change to? I'm drawing a blank. Coast Kicks, because I used to sell sneakers. Supreme. I started selling Supreme before I sold sneakers. Started off as then it went to Coast Kicks, and I was there just for in that realm. For
I was
gonna
say you have that what is that? I'm going to blank here. The like you sell kicks.
Yes,
like a sneakerhead.
A sneakerhead.
I mean,
that's literally that's what started me, man. Supreme and sneakers really started me into being a salesman. Back when I was like 16, I used to go to New York City because I'm from New York.
Oh wow.
So hence the 10940. That's a place called Middletown, New York. It's kind of like upstate New York, but I always used to take the bus to New York City for Supreme drops and just go over there.
Got it.
And just buy Supreme, resell it, stuff like of that nature. But Coast Kicks came about around that same era. And then after that, I had gotten to the point where I started doing Funko Pops and doing other little things, but I was still running under Coast Kicks, and then I finally switched over to TCG, and or trading cards, primarily Pokemon, and I was like, yo. Well, I can't be Coast Kicks like that anymore because I still sell sneakers, but that's not my main jive. You know what I mean? So what could I go under? And then Collectibles was the first thing that popped in my head because I was like, oh snap! I do I've always collected collectibles. I collected Hot Wheels, Funko Pops, sneakers.
Okay.
And then it all all these things that I collected are collectibles in the end of the day. So yeah, and the name Coast came from. I'm from the East Coast, so I kind of just took that coast and I came here, so I'm Coast,
yeah.
I'll just coast, and I went
cool.
I went by that when I was outside too, when I was outside waiting in the lines for everything like that. Yo, Coast, this that, so they already that name just kind of stuck with me through my journey.
It's a catchy name,
very catchy,
catchy name,
easy
Coast.
to say too,
Yeah.
easy to remember.
Yeah.
So Coast. That's what brought
cool.
about Coast.
How old are you, Coast?
25, 26.
26.
I just turned 26 in June.
Nice,
June 1st.
man. So, TCG, is it a full-time gig or is it a part-time gig?
No, it's full-time, man. Everything that I've done
snaps.
with all my collectibles, whether that been sneakers, Funko Pops, or anything, I've always given my all to it. I know people always throw the term scalper around, scalper.
Yeah.
And to a degree, everybody's a scalper.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, if you try to sell a sneaker after it drops just to even get a little bit more money, whatever it might be, or you don't like the thing anymore, but you sell it for market value, you're scalping the sneaker too. You know what I mean? But when I was in the outside, selling sneakers, I've always given it my all. I was at every single drop. I was at every Supreme drop every week, never giving it a breath. Outside, I have a Supreme chair, by the way. I would always be in lines with my Supreme.
I like
lawn
Supreme,
chair.
bro.
I love Supreme.
Supreme. I just feel like it's so hard to get your hands on, bro.
Nowadays, it's a little easier now.
Sorry, bro. You have the brick, the Supreme brick?
Nah, I don't. See, once I started making money, that was the one thing, and I was like, am I really gonna make my like real adult purchase and buy a dumbass brick? That was like a Supreme brick, but I didn't wind up. But I did buy the crowbar.
Oh, no way. They have a crowbar.
They have a crowbar. I don't have it anymore. I sold it.
Man, I have a Super Soaker. It was back there, and my daughter she loves playing with the Guinea Force, and it fell. But I have a Supreme
Behind
Super
the thing?
Soaker. Yeah, it fell.
Yeah.
I haven't fixed it. But
I've had the Nutcracker. I've had, well, I said the lawn chair. I've had chopsticks. I've had so many just dumb little like Supreme things, and I'm like, why do I have all this stuff?
Yeah.
Like, but they're fun, very fun.
Of course,
all memories of when I was outside. I have a Christmas ornament too.
Supreme.
Yeah,
How much is that?
That's from
What does that go for?
2023. I think I don't have it anymore, or I had it. I think it goes for like $80 now, or something like that.
Man.
Crazy. It's little Santa Claus holding like a box logo.
That's hilarious. How long have you been in the reselling game now?
I mean, just in TCG or just in general?
Just TCG.
TCG going on since October of last year. So fairly recent compared to all my other ventures that I've done. But just TCG, since October of last year. I used to collect Pokemon cards before that. I think everybody at one point in their life probably collected a card. When I was a kid, I had a bunch, but I mainly collected Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Was cool. I like Yu-Gi-Oh! I actually played Yu-Gi-Oh!
Me too.
The actual game, like,
I had
Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments.
Oh, you used to go to tournaments?
Yeah, bro.
Fire.
I used to go to Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments, and bro, I mean, obviously I didn't really have the money to get the good cards, right? But I tried, what I had, I tried. Did you ever play the Pokemon trading card game?
So,
have you ever played it at all, period?
So I have played it once. It was a very faint memory of me playing it when I was like younger, but like I've mainly played Yu-Gi-Oh! Just kind of like how we were talking about. I had a deck box for Yu-Gi-Oh! I had a play mat. I had like the graveyard designated zones for spell. You know what I mean? Like I've had all that, but I played like TCG Pocket, which is like I guess my now reintroduction into like playing it again.
You didn't have the little Kaiba, the little
what is it called,
dude?
Yes, I did have it. I did have
you
that.
had it?
Yeah, the dual disc.
Yes,
the dual disc.
yes,
I had
yes,
a dual
yes,
disc.
yes.
Yes, I did.
Oh,
yes, I did. I brought it to school one day and I got laughed at, but I didn't care.
No, that thing is so.
That thing is sick, bro. Like what?
Like
cards going out of it. Nobody has a dual disc.
I know,
anymore,
man.
dog.
So, what was your first biggest sale, bro, that you ever did at TCG? When you first one transaction, you're like, man, I made this much money with.
Like selling it. Okay.
Selling it, yeah.
So it's actually a sale that I regret a little bit because what I got from it wasn't worth it, and I had to like scramble around to try to make it work. But I had a Reshiram and Zoroark. It was a PSA 10.
What's the value of that?
Now I think it's like $2,500 around there. When I sold it for about that value as well. I think it actually might be a little bit more now. But I had originally traded it and gotten cash on top. I traded it for a bunch of like tag team alt arts and there's this Rayquaza from Ancient Origins, like the chase from the set. The raw card goes for like $1,000.
Oh, wow.
But all of those cards, it was a really big sale. It was a big sale. I was super happy about it. I was super gleeful and just happy. But I didn't check the conditions properly on a lot of the cards. And the dude told me when he sold them to me, was like, hey, most of these are like gonna get like an 8 or a 9. I was like, that's fine. Like obviously I know that, or else you would have graded them yourself. But they were worse than that. Like one of them was straight up damaged. Another one was like LP to like MP.
Yeah.
And there were a few like cool ones in there that weren't like as messed up, but most of them, if not all of them, like pretty like messed up. So like that was my biggest sale. And I winded up making that sale work because I sold everything eventually. But, like, still, like, that's my biggest sale. Selling that slab, getting those cards, getting the cash. And it was actually kind of thrilling. I look at it like there's a little bit of, I say, regret. But I don't really have the regret because it made me a better salesman of, like, all right, I messed up on a sale. Now how do I fix it? So then I had to go full force and just, like, sell all those cards. Tell people about it, like, yo, this, that, and the third. Trade stuff in, get new stuff. But yeah, that was my biggest sale, and like it was a big learning lesson for me. I'm still happy about it, but now it's made me so much better at like checking card conditions. Like I have like a little pocket, like I have a jeweler's loop that has a light attached to it, and I like literally if someone brings a card to my table, even if it's brand new from the fresh set, I shine the light on it. I look at it from all angles to see like a crease and
like Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, real I'm not playing, bro.
Dude.
You're not catching me again.
Yeah. That's one thing that I kind of feel like, oh man, I bought a Snorlax. I think it might have been like a GameStop a couple months ago, dude.
The Journey Together one?
And it might have been. It might have been. And it was like, I think the value of it maybe like $25, right?
Okay.
And it didn't say damage, right? So I'm just like, oh, that's a good price. They normally I think they go for like 40. So I'm thinking like, oh, I'll pick it up. And I was like, why would it be that cheap? So when I got to the car, I started looking at the cars. I'm like, oh, dude. But mad respect to the vendors who actually put DMG, they're damaged.
Oh,
Yeah, no, this one didn't say damage. And I was just kind of like, oh, dude. Like, I was kind of wondering, like, why is it that cheap? You know, I'm like, hey, let me get it. You know, I'll take it, whatever. But then that's a good thing. I learned from that. I'm like, man, I couldn't even sell it, bro. Not even for $10. No one wanted it.
Nobody,
like, oh, because it had a crease in the middle. They're like, I don't want it. A little kid came, like, you want that? Like, yeah, I like this Snorlax. Like, dude, you can have it, bro.
Just to get rid of it. So
yeah,
you don't
just
have
to
to
get rid of it
anymore. Yeah, no, I have cards that I've done that with.
So
well.
I feel you when you say you have to check the cards, dude.
Always.
You have to, bro. I learned from them. Like, I'm cool, dude. Like, imagine if it would have been a bigger purchase.
Yeah. No,
I would have been.
That's why, like, that one, even it was a big learning lesson for me because $2,500 in value, 26, 27. That's a lot of money to like tie up in like different assets, especially coming from one thing to go to smaller things, and all those smaller things are like quote unquote the value of it.
Yeah,
like it was a big lesson, but I'm super grateful for it because, like I said, I'm on it now. I don't play around with that.
Yeah, I think we learn more from our mistakes, bro.
All day.
What I mean, than
all
our
day.
Success.
I read something once that was like we learn more from like traumatic experiences and mistakes than we do from like winning. And it sounds controversial at first because you're like, nobody wants to go through traumatic stuff. You know what I mean? Like nobody does because it's not fun. You know what I mean? You got scars, got to remember stuff. But like, do you learn? Absolutely. Because you like, I never wanted to go through that again. I don't want to have that happen again. Yeah. When you go to even get close to doing something like that again, that memory is like burned into your brain. Like you'll never forget it.
It's engraved in you, you know?
Yeah.
And I went with one of my buddies to another card show. And he's like, dude, why are you making it a big deal, bro? Why are you looking at the cards? I'm like, bro, last time I bought a Snorlax. He's like, oh, what? He's never bought a card that's damaged. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's like, I never even paid attention. I'm like, yeah, dude, I got burned, you know? Like,
real talk.
I was like, real quick. I was like, that sucks, you know? But it's all good. It was an expensive card. So what was, outside of that being your biggest sale, what was your first sale, bro? And how much was it?
I wish I remember my first sale, dog. I know that the first venue that I ever vended at was LA Card Fest. Shout out LA Card Fest, man. I love you. Great venue.
Question, is that the first Monterey Park one? Were you there? The first one?
No. So the first one that I went to with them was at Artesia. It was their Artesia one. That was my first time ever vending. I know for sure my first card that I ever sold was definitely like a 151, like a super modern single, like it was probably like a Bulbasaur, like a Caterpie or something like that, like super, it wasn't an expensive card.
Yeah.
But it felt good to be like, yo, I sold a card like at an event, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there is this one memory that I had before I started selling cards. Because I was always super iffy about like selling the cards. Because I was like, man, like I like them. Like before I got into TCG, I was like, yo, bro, I like them, this, that, and the third. Like, I just really like Pokemon, and I don't want to like sell my stuff. I got attached to it. I was at a GameStop, right, in the line, and I waited for a 151 bundle. It was a 151 bundle and like a Blooming Water stuff, and I think they might have had both, but I know I for sure got a 151 bundle. I was leaving at the GameStop, going back to the parking lot, and when I was in the parking lot, some dude like quote unquote followed me to my car, right? And I was like, oh, what's up, bro? Like, I think he was coming from, like, the GameStop line or whatever it was. He was like, yo, you got, like, the bundle from, like, over there in the GameStop? I was like, yeah. He was like, yo, bro, can I please buy a pack? I was like, from the bundle? Like, I didn't even open it. He was like, bro, please, like, it's from my girl, this, that, and the third. I was like, bro, I really don't want to sell you the pack. And it's not because I was like being greedy, but it's like, yo, this is my pack. Like I want to open up my packs eventually. I was planning on keeping them sealed and a bunch of other stuff. I was doing content at the time for like opening packs and whatever else. But like I really didn't want to open it, and I didn't want to like sell him a pack because I felt bad too. I was like, eventually I caved. I was like, all right, whatever, bro. I'll sell you a pack. And he bought one pack from me and gave me like $30 for a single 151 pack.
Did he get any hits?
I don't know. But then I felt terrible, and I was like, yo, bro, no, please come back, take another pack, because he just threw $30 at me, like in the back of my trunk, because he was right near my car. I gave him a pack. I was like, you could pick one, whatever. Threw the $30 there and was like, all right, later, bro, and like walked away super fast. I was like, $30, bro, please buy another pack. Nah, bro, it's all good. It's for my girl. This, that, and the third, and just walked away. And I never seen that guy again.
Wow.
And it made me think. I was like, wow, people are willing to spend $30 for a pack. Then it clicked in my head. I was like, well, I mean, if he's gonna pay $30 for a pack, even though he's an extreme case, what would other people pay for cards? Or what would other people pay for packs?
Yeah.
Started vending right after that.
Wow.
Like maybe like a week after, I reached out to one of my boys that I met in the GameStop line. Wow. And I asked him, I was like, hey, do you ever have you ever been vending before? Like, you ever vended? He was like, oh yeah, like I thought about it, but like I would always want to split a table with somebody. And I was like, well, let's split a table. And then the first venue that we did was LA Card Fest, and then
that's it.
That's
cool.
Kind of ramped up from there, man.
That's so
like,
cool.
It is.
My first experience, when I got into it, I'm a Team Rocket guy, so I have all Destined Rivals gonna be my first master set, bro.
Really?
So and that's what got me into wanting to interview resellers, bro, because I was in line. I was the first one in line. Me and my buddy, one by my house. I said, dude, we were there since like 1 o'clock
for a GameStop, right?
for the Destined Rivals. I don't know how the bot stuff works. I'm not tech savvy when it comes to stuff like that.
You like, man, I'm going outside.
I'm like, dude, I've never. I told my buddy, like, this is an experience that's gonna be forever, bro. We took our Nintendo, we were playing Mario Kart with a bunch of people that were in line, right? And one of my buddies was like, hey, you should, if we're into this, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are into this. I already had gone to LA Card Fest, right? I had vended with one of my buddies. We split a table. He does a lot of stickers and T-shirts. He gets all my stuff printed, like stuff like that. So, shout out to Retro Prince. And
shout out to Retro Prince.
Yeah, shout out to Retro Prince. So we split a table, and I started seeing these guys, how much they were selling their cards. And I saw one dude who was just buying cards, and I'm like, man, is that crazy? But it clicked once it was me and my buddy and another friend of mine who we were the first 3 in line at GameStop. And I got a booster bundle, like the 30 packs. And right as soon as I popped up my hood in my trunk, I popped it open. I'm like, I wouldn't leave. This guy came up to me. I paid like $180, right? And this guy came up to me. He's like, hey, dude, I'll give you $500 right now. And I'm like, for what? He's like, for the bundle. I'm like, I'm cool. I'll give you $600. I'm like, I'm cool, bro. He's like, I'll give you $800 right now. And I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro. I'm like, this is an experience. It's not that if I had an extra
for the booster box,
bro, he wanted it. Like he's like, I want it for my kids, dude. I'm like, because they only had 3 or 4, I think that was it. And then the guy was, I'll give you $800. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, dude, I don't want to sell it. And then he's like, man, I want one. He's like, I really want to get the Mewtwo for my kids. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm sorry. So once I seen that guy, I was like, he's willing to pay $800, bro. He says, I'm not waiting, like, because he just came right when he saw the whole line. He's like,
he was like, I ain't
doing that, bro. He's like, I'd rather pay. He's like, $800. I'm like, dude. So me and I told my buddy Retro Prince, because I pulled it out of the box. I'm like, this is pretty cool, I'm like, I'm not gonna open this. I'm never gonna open this. I'm keeping this for life, I'm gonna, we have a little video and we're gonna edit it, and I was like, I'm gonna keep that as a memory, to remember the rest of my life. I did a whole all-nighter, playing video games, met a couple people, and then my buddy's like, dude, you know what? You should interview some TCG resellers. I'm like, bro, I've interviewed video game resellers. Why not some TCG? Yeah. So that's when it clicked, and I started seeing. And then when I went to LA Card Fest the first time, I didn't really pay much attention. And then I went again, and I saw Esau there, and he's like, hey man, you should vend again. I'm like, but I don't sell video games. I don't sell cards. I just do content, bro. Yeah, that's it. I'm into branding, so I love doing logos and how the logos. I love reading on logos, like how the colors. They attach to feelings, bro. So when you have colors, like different colors, they attach emotion. Their emotions attached to different colors, bro.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, man, so I'm into that. So anyway, so he's like, hey man, so we're gonna do August 16, but he's been asking me like, hey dude, come back and vend, because I was at day 1, and then
at the first
show, dude, and I was like, well, and I would always see Figgy on the chat. Everyone's always asking Figgy, Figgy, right? And then I kind of pitched it to him. I'm like, hey, would it be cool if we do like a podcast? Like, he's like, yeah, that would be cool. And then he reached out to me again. He's like, hey, man, are you being serious about the podcast? And I'm like, well, I just kind of pitched it, right? But anyways, long story short, now that I see how, like, people get in line at the LA Card Fest, because I seen you. You're like a staple, bro. You're like an ambassador for LA Card Fest, dude.
I am. I'm actually their promoter now.
Bro.
Straight up.
I can see it.
Thank you. Shout out Issa.
Shout
Shout out LA
I
Card
see it.
Fest.
Because, you know, you see the line, and then I just seen you, and I'm like, oh, dude. And someone had already asked me, like, hey, you should interview this person, that person. But I'm trying to brew up questions. You know, I just don't want to just, hey, come through, and I don't have any questions. I want some good questions for every single reseller, you know?
Absolutely.
So on a monthly basis, going back to the interview, how much money would you say you make at a card show? Like, what would you say on average?
Like per month or just like at one card show?
At one show and per month, bro. How many shows do you do a month?
I do, so like bigger shows, which I'm going to consider weekend shows, I do 8 weekend shows. Because it's all like 2-day shows, or like one venue's one day, one venue's another day, Saturday and Sunday. But I have smaller, more local things that I do. I go down to Diamond 9 a lot. I go to King Fandom, which is like down further
I think
over
I've
there
seen you. I've seen you recently.
Yeah, and then sometimes like I know We Can Be Heroes just did their thing over in Chatworth recently.
Yeah.
But like per month, I'm embarrassed to kind of say this, but I really don't know because I don't really track my stuff, bro. I just know that I'm so up because I could pay for my expenses. I look at my cards and my inventory just keeps growing.
Wow.
And I just have cards that are like every single show I get more cards. I get more cards and I have more cards than I have last time. My singles continue to track. So like maybe I've been told multiple times at this point, like, bro, you need to track your stuff because I got to see where my money's going, this, that, and the third. And like, especially when I take in a trade or I get a trade at like a 70%, and then like I give those cards towards like another trade and I'm in on that card low. Like I'm terrible at tracking that stuff just because I haven't. But like I just make enough to handle my expenses, bro.
Wow.
Like I make enough, and my inventory.
So at this point, you're just by faith, bro.
Real talk. Like I just live by faith, bro. I'm like, I know when I
legit.
have a bad day because like I'll still have some of the same cards that I had last time. I'm like, all right, so this one wasn't like as well, and they all balance out. You know what I mean? Next show will be really good. One show is like kind of but like
on average on one show. Well, you don't keep track, huh?
Not even a little bit. Dude. Like I'm terrible with it. Like seriously, real talk. I really wish. I need to keep track more, like even for my personal self and just like expenses and for taxes and a lot of other things eventually. But I mean, at this point, I've been vending since March, so I've had more than enough time to track. Because in March it was part time. I didn't really like I had
March
a job
of this
already.
year, 2025.
March of this year, yeah.
Okay.
So in March I was part time. Like I just did 2 events a week, but I started to have the problem where I had too much inventory still. Like I got towards the end of the week or the end of the month, I'm like, yo. Excuse me. I'm like, I can't do 2 shows a week. It's not enough. Cause at least for me, it's money in, money out. I gotta get money in and I gotta get that money out so I can get more money in. So if I'm not selling stuff, I'm still stuck with the same stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I really needed to like do more shows. And I started talking to my partner. I'm like, yo, bro, like we were at like 1 show a week. I was like, yo, 1 show a week isn't enough for me, bro. Like it's just not, because I wanted to quit my job. I really wanted to dedicate all my time to this and like get more cards out. I didn't want to be like a every once in a while type of like vendor. I wanted to be like, I'm there every week. You're gonna see me. If there's Pokemon cards there, you're gonna see me. So like, yeah, I just started to slowly progress. 2 shows a week, 3 shows a week. Now I'm at 4.
Oh wow.
So like. And I say shows, like 2 of them are smaller, like more local shows, and then 2, you know, the other one will be like 1 bigger venue or like a regionals, like a SoCal TCG, like a OC card show, like a LA Card Fest, or like any of these other venues that I go to. But like, yeah, so now like you're right. Or you didn't say anything about it, but like I do need to track that stuff probably a little bit better, just for every other intensive purposes. Yeah. But I still have that part-time mindset that I'm just like, oh, I'm doing this part-time, but I'm not. I'm doing it full-time. Like I go to shows, getting inventory every single day, doing TCG related stuff every single day. You know what I mean?
Sure, man. I'm surprised you don't have merch, bro. I think that would be a great addition.
Working on it.
You know, to having a Coast, you know, T-shirt. Oh, I got the Coast T-shirt
I've been
because I
definitely
paid
thinking
attention
about
to what it was, and there's a bunch of. I saw Kirby. I saw
Oh,
the
so, yeah, and the
yeah.
profile
I was
picture,
like,
right?
oh, okay, I get it. That's pretty dope.
My goal is eventually to put that on a shirt. Like, is to put that on a shirt. Find a company that I like, but I'm very picky with who I like to work with, especially like in terms of clothing, because I bought as a person that wears clothes every single day. I'm pretty picky with the type of clothes that I like to have. Like, I like certain things to be like soft. I like certain things to be like this. I would want to probably work with like American Apparel to like put some like, you know, American Apparel,
Yeah,
like
yeah, of
get some
course.
blanks and put them on there. But like I'm never do like a Gildan tee. Like, I'll never do it. I just don't like the quality of their tees personally. But yeah, it's been something that I've been thinking about, something that's
Yeah.
like in the works. I've reached out to a couple people, but I've just been kind of real lackadaisical with it, never really super following up and like
Yeah.
going all the way there. But I need to put my design on a shirt. I think it's sick.
Yeah.
I had a dude. I met a dude on Fiverr, and I had him work on my logo, and he's fantastic, bro.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you see the logo, like
Yeah,
he
it's
killed
cool.
it.
Yeah,
He killed it.
It's legit, man. And then I'm sure a lot of people are gonna ask, but how much did you get started with? How much money did you invest into TCG, bro, to get you started?
I think it was like, honestly, think it was like 8 bands, bro. 6 to 8 bands, because I came from crypto. I was doing crypto mixed with like like my sneakers and a few other things. So I poured, once I seen like TCG really start popping off, and I saw the money that I could be making, and I really wanted to do full time, I just liquidated all my crypto. I sold all my other stuff that I had, like most of my other sneakers. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just go full in. Like, I'm gonna buy all cards. I'm gonna just get a bunch of modern cards, a bunch of this, just to get something to start with, bring some product, try to sell stuff, and just go in. But I started off with like 6 to 8 bands of just like that I had stocked up in savings and all this stuff. Just dumped it in there.
Man, so $6,000 to $8,000
Yeah.
to get started. That's
And
legit.
I mean, I know people could start with way less. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah, of
Like
course.
way less. You could start with, bro. Honestly, you can start with $1,000. You can start with $500. You don't need a lot.
Yeah.
You just need to get a couple good trades to get yourself started.
Yeah.
Obviously, the more money you spend, the easier it is, because then you have leverage.
Yep.
But you could start off with like almost any amount of money, bro. As long as you have enough to put in there, and like you're comfortable with putting that in there, and like allowing that to grow and consistently, like you got to be patient. You just have to be patient. You got to be patient. You got to network you got to network your ass off. You got to meet people all day. You got to get cool with people, because they'll put you in touch with cooler people, and money will just continue to flow and just go back into the ecosystem. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like-
What's the most expensive card in your personal collection, bro?
Now,
Yeah.
I think it's the Van Gogh Pikachu. It's either it's a Van Gogh Pikachu, or it's my. Damn, what else do I have? I mean, I have 3 Lugias from Silver Tempest. Like, I know that card has been popping crazy. Like, it's just like a fucking $1,100 card now. But I think the Van Gogh might be my most expensive one. I just don't know what else is in my case. It's over there. I just have no idea what's in there. I don't have any ponchos or anything like that. I don't like ponchos. I
don't
don't
like 'em?
Oh, not even a little bit. I think the card is cool. They're so volatile. And like, as a person that comes from crypto, maybe I should be like, oh, it's volatile. Okay, like I've seen cryptos go from $100 to $0 in like a day.
Yeah.
But like, I never liked that aspect. I've always been like a safe investor, like a moderate amount of risk, very calculated risk. And ponchos for me, like I'd have to get them at like a really, really, really good price to be like, yeah, I don't mind holding this. You know what I mean? I don't mind selling this.
What makes
like,
them so expensive, bro?
hard as hell to grade. And they come out of like a special box that like the box itself now sells. I don't even know how much the box sells for. I'm not even gonna make up a number, but the box is expensive. And
Like a tin box?
nah, it's a cardboard thing that has like the art of the actual poncho on it, of like what's inside. Like there's the Mario and Luigi poncho, like Pikachu poncho. That one's like I think the Mario now goes for like 16,000 or something like that. The Luigi's like, I think it's like 12 maybe. Again, all numbers. I don't pay attention to the cards. I don't own them, so like they were interesting to me because like obviously Pikachu and Mario, I played both the games, so I was like, yo, I would love this card. And then I saw how much it went for. I'm like, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'll hold off on this one. I'd rather have like modern bangers that people love that are affordable, quote unquote. compared to like a poncho. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion anyway.
Yeah. And then just considering, the poncho, how many? I mean, do people really buy those? Like, yeah.
Hell
People
yeah,
really
I had
like if you had one, you think you could sell it?
all day. I think I
Yeah?
could sell it. Yeah, I just don't like them because they swing so much. Like one will sell for like one will sell for $9,000, and then after that, like one will sell for like 6,000 or 7,000. I'm like, I can't stomach watching a $3,000 to $2,000 drop like that. My anxiety will kick in. I'm like, nah, fuck this. I gotta get out of this car. I'll still have to do it. You know what I mean? But I think if I had it, like, I could 1,000% sell it. I don't think that'd be an issue. It'd just be an issue of finding the right person for it. And that's something that I always run into a problem with ponchos, or like that's my biggest gripe is like somebody has to be looking to spend that much money on the
like
thing.
a collector, right?
Real collector.
A real collector who's
I
just
had,
collecting it.
This past weekend, I was next to my boy Bangers TCG, super good dude. I was next to him, and he had a bunch of ponchos. He had the Scully, he had the Rayquazas, both Rayquazas, everything. Or he was ponchoed up in his case. He literally only had ponchos. It was 8 ponchos in his case. Big, really, really big cards. All of them Phantom displays. Every card in there was like above like $6,000-$7,000. That entire show, he had one person walk up to him to offer him on one poncho, and he didn't make the deal. And I'm saying that like not to be like, yo, he didn't make a sale on the thing, but it's like that would be my world if I only had cards that were that big.
Got it.
Is to deal with
High-end clients.
only high-end clients. And it's
That
like
makes sense.
I want to try to be I'm from New York. We petty hustle out there all day. I know people that sell water bottles on the block. Buy them for $1, buy them 50 cents, sell them for $2. It's because it's all about the double up. It's about the triple up, the quadruple up, whatever it might be. That's how I look at my margins. If I get a poncho for $4,000 and I'd sell it for $9,000, hell yeah, you know what I mean. But I would rather get into cards at like get into a nice card that's going crazy at like $800-$900. And it's going for like $1,100 and sell it for like $10,500. Because then I'll make that $100 to $250, put that into something else, go buy
like
another
a quick
one.
flip kind of deal. Yeah.
I live in quick flips. I don't like to like the holding game for me doesn't really like. I don't know. I don't like it. Maybe that's why I got out of crypto as much as I did. Because like even that I've watched my portfolio swing thousands of dollars in like a day, and that was like a lot to stomach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can only imagine like bigger cards. I couldn't do it.
Wow,
At least for
man.
me, like I couldn't do ponchos.
Yeah.
Not right now, anyway. Eventually, maybe like
Just
as
have
I
a couple.
Yeah, like a couple, just to like.
But right
be
now
able to
you're
talk
getting
shit.
started. It's full time. You want to make the moves. You want
I
to
want to
flip
make
them.
the
Quick flips. Boom,
quick
boom,
flip,
boom.
quick flip, quick flip. Because that's where the money's at. You know what I mean?
Because then you'll have a couple $1,000s sitting there of inventory that you have to worry about pushing. And like you said, that guy next to you, he had not even one sale.
I mean, I don't know if he went and actually got some other smaller cards that
Yeah.
day to go like get some sales in, and he was selling some singles too, so he made a bunch of like single sales and stuff like that. But like big slab sales, bro, like nah, I didn't see him. Like I'm not talking shit. I didn't personally see him make one. Like some dude walked up to him, offered him, I think it was like $7,000 for one of the cards. He was like, nah, bro. Like I bought it like a little bit lower than that. I need to get this, or I'd rather hold it, bro. I'd be like, I heard him say that. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yo, someone offered me $7,000 cash for a card, and I bought it for $6,000. It's gone.
Yeah.
All day. Take it.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do with it. Lay an egg with the shit. Take it. I don't care. But shout out to him again. Shout out to Bangers, because I'm like, to have that mindset of like, yo, bro, I don't need the money. Yo, I would just like rather sit there, like hold it, bro. You a champion. Champion, bro, for real.
Seriously,
I could
man.
not do that.
Yeah.
As someone who offers me a good price, it's gone. Take it.
Yeah,
I don't want
for
it.
sure. So how many shows would you say, Coast, you have under your belt, man?
Now,
Yeah.
I'm probably passing. I'm probably about to touch 100 now.
Oh wow.
In between that time, like I'm about to touch well over 100 shows. Like I'm
Man, you're moving fast, bro.
I just want to
moving
keep
fast.
going bigger. Like I'm eventually want to get in the front row. I have not got the opportunity to get into a front row yet, which sucks. But my biggest show is actually next week. It's West Coast Card Show. That's gonna be the biggest show that I've ever attended. All 4 days. I'm just trying to get a bunch of inventory for that.
What
show.
about the one they're doing in the Dodger Stadium?
I'm
Is
at
a
that
big
show
one?
too. That's gonna be a huge. That's the 2 weeks after that show. So I gotta. That's what I got a lot on my plate, bro. I gotta get so much inventory for all 4 days of that. Ooh. Sell all of it, hopefully. It's going to leave. Whatever I want to leave is going to leave, and then re-up that next week for a show that I have at the end of the month. Then get ready for 2 big shows the month afterwards. Ooh. That LA card show one, and then I'm gonna be doing SoCal TCG, and their shows are always bangers for me. Yeah. So, but yeah. It's a lot.
Wow, man. Where do you source your inventory from, man?
I just be outside.
Yeah?
I'd be on OfferUp. I'd be on Facebook Marketplace. I have a couple people that I bought stuff from before, so they always reach out to me like, yo, bro, I'm selling this, that, and the third. But, like, I'm constantly making new connections to get inventory. Because inventory's hard, bro. Now, because everybody's trying to sell a card. You know what I mean? I'm eventually...
You do Facebook Marketplace? Everything, huh?
Oh, my God. So much, like... good cards. There's a dude that I'm trying to work with right now. He's trying to sell a $25,000 collection, and I want it. Like, I've been talking to him piece by piece, but like to put down 25 up front is a lot for anybody, no matter who you are.
I'm sure it's worth more, right?
30, which is what I think that's 80% already, which is great. And I know some of the stuff in there, it's worth about 30, but it's gonna be worth more than that eventually. Like after I piece it all out, I sell the bigger cards for what I want to sell them for, and don't go $1 below it. I mark up some of them, I grade some of the stuff in there. Like I could turn that 24 of what it's worth easily, probably like closer to like 40. If I get like. If everything in there grades the way that I think, because there's a few gold stars in there. I haven't owned one gold star yet, but that would be, if I buy from him, that would be the first time I buy a gold star. Like just so much crazy stuff in there. A bunch of sealed products, some bulk. Like,
what's the worst experience, bro? Trying to source out like Facebook or OfferUp. What's been the worst, man? You ever get scammed, bro?
Yo, honestly, bro, nah. I have not been. I'm super careful, bro. Like I am. Like I listen to the way that people talk. I listen to the way that people text. I pay attention.
You're street smart, bro.
Oh, bro, street smart like a motherfucker, bro. Because it's Supreme, bro. Just watching what people do. Like I've been in the Supreme line before. Yeah. And like a Funko Pop line, I've had people pull out knives and guns and shit like that, and I just walk away. I'm like, I knew this was gonna happen before it started happening. I walk away. I'm not running. Like, and not to be like gangster or anything like that, but just like, you know, when you start running, people get a reason. They be like, oh yeah, him, he's running, get him, whatever. So I just walk. I'm like, next. Like I'm not dealing with this. But like, so like, I've seen some stuff. So like, just because of that, it's very difficult for me to like get scammed. Now, obviously, I'm not scam proof. Like I can imagine one day something might happen. Hopefully, it's not as big of a loss as it might be to somebody else. But like, I'm fairly confident in like not getting fucked over with stuff. Like I'm besides, I guess that sale that I did for that one slab, I wouldn't say that I got scammed per se. Well, kind of. He didn't tell me straight up what they were, so like he knew what it was, and he intentionally didn't tell me, so he did kind of scam me. But like that would be my most recent time.
Have you ever seen him? Have you seen him again?
I mean, I texted him. I had his Instagram and stuff like that, and like confronted him about it. He wound up paying me a couple extra $100 and like.
That's cool.
That, and the third. It was cool, you know what I mean? Cool. He was honest about it and like tried to be straight up, but I still wasn't happy because I'm like, yo, bro, like I looked at it more like the novelty of the item. What are the odds that somebody's gonna find that item again? Like at the time, because I could have sold the shit for $2,500 cash and been fine with that. But what are the odds someone's gonna find that card at that time? Find that card in that grade. It's a new cert, so like people are paying that new cert premium and all that other stuff. Like compared to all the other little bullshit that I picked up, you know what I mean? And I say bullshit like it wasn't bullshit. I sold it for good prices, but you know what I mean? Like it was. I would say that's my most recent like scam experience, and I'm hoping that I don't have to deal with something like that again. But most people I meet in person, bro, like I don't play around with that. Like I don't barely have people ship stuff to me. If I do have them ship stuff to me, I'm using goods and services all day, PayPal, like or other like secure payment methods that like they can't fuck me over. But like I'm on my toes, bro, as best as I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. And I would say, what's one of the best things you find about this hobby? What are some of the cool things you like about this hobby or being a reseller?
It's fun. It really is. I'm just an adult that's selling cardboard for money. And I look at that, and that's already a trip. I'm like, yo, bro, like, I'm selling thousands of dollars worth of cardboard.
Question, though. You have a girlfriend or no girlfriend? No girlfriend? Mm-mm. I was going to say, what does your girlfriend think about it? Or girls think about it? Your parents, your family? They don't say anything?
Well, all my family, they like what I do. They like, yo,
That's
Troy's
cool.
Troy's always been a hustler. Like, they know they know
dope.
me, bro. I hustle. Like, I hustle out the mud. Like, I made it happen no matter what position I've been in, no matter what I've had, amount of money or anything like that. Like, I've always made it happen. So people always respect that. And anybody I bring into my life, they got to respect it too, or they're just not going to be in my life. You know what I mean? Because I move at a certain, like, I move kind of like, I wouldn't say with the wind, but like, yo, I go where the money's at. You know what I mean? And in this case, like, it combines back my nostalgia of like having these cards when I was a kid. And, like, being able to hold on to these expensive-ass art pieces all the time. Because that's what it is, art.
Yeah.
And make some money off of it. Meet people, go out to eat, talk shit, go to different states, go to events. You know what I mean? Like, that's fun.
Yeah.
Like, just the community is really, really good, like, in my opinion. You know what I mean? There's a few oddballs in there that people that like to complain about scalping, about reselling. But I just tell people, shut the fuck up. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, people have been reselling since the dawn of ages, bro. As soon as if something ever, if they ever, you know what I mean? Like, like, people are mad because it's like, oh, it's a children's card game. You ruin it for the kids. I'm like, fuck them kids. Like, I was a kid. I was a kid once, you know what I mean? And people took shit from me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to get revenge for the kids, but like, I say fuck them kids as a joke. Like, I give away stuff at my table all the time. A kid kids walk around, they do like little trade up challenges and stuff like that. They'll be like, oh, sir, I'm doing a trade up challenge, this, that, and the third. I'm like, hey, I don't do trade up challenges because you're basically just trying to like cook me. But like, I will give you this $3 to $4 card. Keep it pushing. But I always shake their hand. I'm like, yo, you know, when you make $1 million one day, I'm gonna need $5 for this back. Like, and they be like, yeah, of course. Like, so hilarious. I got at least 20 of those out in the world, so I know $100 is coming back to me sometime. But I be talking shit. I work with kids. I work with kids. Like I said, I'm a teacher. I know from my intro, like I'm a teacher. I teach youth. I educate youth often through youth empowerment. I use film as like my vessel for that. So, like, I always give back to kids. Like, I love, like, being able to help them out whenever I can. Because I was a kid once, you know what I mean? I was a kid, and I remember opportunities that I didn't have as a kid. Especially, like, being able to buy all these Pokemon cards or being able to get experiences to go outside and network and, like, all those other things, man. You know what I mean? Like,
of course,
I always give back to them, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man. The memories those little kids will
always, bro. Like, I got one kid that... This is one kid, Leon, that's his name, right? He's with me at King Fandom. Like, he loves to just pull up with me. I met him one time because he was just, like, trying to cook me. Like, he was trying to cook me, like, yo, bro, let me get this. I'm like, yo, bro, you're not getting this, straight up. But almost every Thursday, he pulls up now, sits behind my booth with me, and just, like, learns and tries to sell cars with me.
Cool.
Like, little kid. I call him my nephew. I'm like, yo, nephew. Like, yeah.
That's cool.
But, like... Just teaching them the game, you know what I mean? Teaching them the game, how to be smart, how to not be so antsy with things like that, be patient. But like I like educating, bro. I like teaching people things. I wish I had opportunities or somebody that was able to guide me like that when I was a kid. You know what I mean? But like, so the fact that I could do it now, one way I do it is through film, and then another way that I could do it is connect with Pokemon cards. That I mean, I love this dude since I was a kid. You know what I mean? Straight up.
Who doesn't know that?
That's
one,
what
right?
I'm saying. Like, so
man.
if I can give somebody else that same exact love and same exact feelings.
So when little kids come up to your table, you give them a little card
all the time.
That is so cool,
bro. I wish I recorded stuff more.
You should,
bro. Like,
man. You should have like a little GoPro just recording.
I give stuff to kids every single show that I have. I'll have like legit. a little boy or like a little girl that I walk up. They'll be so adorable. They'll be like, yeah, my favorite Pokemon's Eevee, this, that, and the third. That's why I always buy like a couple $2-3 Eevee cards, bro. I'll take it out the binder, just give it to them, bro. Yeah. Like, here, take the Eevee, and I don't gotta vouch for myself. I got 1 million people in that venue that'll vouch for me giving cards to kids all the time. Like I like giving back to the kids, bro.
That's
I really do. Like,
you know, just hold on to those memories forever, dude.
Always, bro.
I have a claw machine, you know. I do the Ultimate Pokemon Center, bro, which is just basically trivias. Like, someone will come up, they'll spend $1 for the claw machine, and the faces I see these little kids when they win a little Gengar Funko Pop or Dragonite.
So
Dude, I had
happy, bro.
last Friday. I had this little kid who kept coming back with his dad, right? And I'm like, man, he wanted this Gengar. He wanted to get a little Funko Pop, and he was not placing the claw right where it's supposed to go, right, to pick up the. But when he picked it up, he was like, yeah. He's like holding like he just defeated like the Undertaker, bro. He was excited, and the dad was like, hey man, thank you. He's like, thank you so much. And I'm like, dude, because I would give him a trivia question. He'll come and spend $1. I'll give you another try. I'm gonna give you a Pokemon trivia question, and these little kids and the parents were like, hey man, thank you for what you're doing for the kids. You know, it's like these are just the experience the kids will remember forever, man.
Real talk.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that. Like, I love making memories with people just in general. You know what I mean? Like, I like, and kids are some of the biggest things because like they're memories that they're always gonna remember. Always gonna remember. Like, it'll ingrain in the remember that guy that gave me the Pokemon card, and then one day I started vending and I started doing this and I started.
And maybe you should put your little sticker on the cards on the little sleeve. You know, that says Coast. I'm like, oh. It'll probably say like toast to coast.
I need to get stickers too.
Yeah,
I don't have any stickers.
You should just put it on there. Oh look, right here, toast to coast.
So they remember.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, it's coast. You know, a little toast to coast.
A little toast to coast. That's clean. I like that one.
So
I like
that little kids will remember. Hey, it's toast to coast.
Toast to coast. Yeah.
The little soda pop, whatever.
They always pull back up.
Yeah,
I have the same kids pull up to the table every single time. Like, they be like,
I feel like you have that charisma, bro. Like that's why you're gonna be the face of LA Cartfest, bro. The ambassador.
That's why I can say fuck them kids as a joke, but then give back to hundreds of them all the time. Like, cause I'm like, I just joke around with them, bro, all the time. Like, they come back to the table, they're happy to see me. Yeah. Hey, you gave me that card last week. Yeah, you want another one? Boom. Yeah. Like, just I like seeing them happy, bro.
Yeah.
Cause I was a happy kid. So who would I be to not like make another kid happy? Like, even if I do trades sometimes with kids, like I try not to like take percentages off that stuff. I'll try to just do it straight and take in like whatever they're trying to get just to get something else. You know what I mean? Just help them out, bro. Because it doesn't hurt me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you sell sealed product?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
That's cool.
I have a shelf full of sealed product behind me almost at every single show. That's sealed product is fun too. Like that's fun to sell. I like when people rip it in front of me, but it also kind of makes me feel sad for when they rip it in front of me because it's like I want them to get something good. I don't want you to spend $100 on like a box and then like you open it and it's just air. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, like it just makes me feel bad. And I give people stuff like that afterwards. I'm like,
funny.
Oh damn, you ain't getting nothing. All right, here's a $10 card. Like I want to make something like,
that's
you know
cool.
what I mean? I just want to make it worth it, bro. Because I ain't trying to cook people. Like I ain't trying to, especially my clients. Like that's the worst people to cook.
Yeah, because they're gonna keep coming back, bro. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, my heart don't beat that way, bro. Like, I love taking care of people. I'm naturally just
a giver.
Yeah, bro. I'm a big giver, bro. I just try to take care of people, bro. That's best as I can.
You know, when I do giveaways like ATBs or like we've done a couple like little sealed products. What's the newest one with the binder, the black and white? It's right on top of my head. Anyways, the Bolt, it's like a binder. It has like 4 packs. It's a white. Blue.
The binder collection.
The binder collection. There you go. We were giving away at our last event. But the one rule I have is like, look, man, the one rule, if you win it, like on a raffle, you have to open it, dude.
It's a very fair rule.
Like, I'm like, dude, you have to open it right here, right now. Like, we can. I'm like, nope. Because I feel like you're going to resell that. You're going to resell it. There's no way, dude. I'm like, nah. So we had this one kid who won the Destined Rivals. And I was like, you got to open it right now. And he looks at his dad. I'm like, his dad's like, he's also a reseller. I met him, through that show. And he was like, yeah, open it. You got to open it. You got to go by the rules. So he just opened it. And I'm like, I was deep down inside. I'm like, dude, this guy pulls a Mewtwo. I'm going to be upset, bro. I'm going to be upset. He didn't pull it, though.